Beautiful souls, do you have a prayer request or want us to send you healing energy today? Would you like us to be praying for your friend or loved one? If this is you, go to worldslargestprayernetwork.com to submit your prayer request. And while you're there, please sign up to join our team of prayer warriors. The angels say prayer not only opens you to miracles, raises your vibration, and helps you heal, but the more you pray, the more God's presence is felt on earth. Feel your angels' love as they surround you right now, and listen for the positive, loving messages your angels intended specifically for you in today's episode. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your host and author, Julie Jancius. And today I'm here with Mariana, who is here to share her beautiful angel stories that I know are going to fill you, inspire you, and just, you've got some stories about dreams today too, right, Mariana?
Yes.
Yay! Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Julie. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
Oh, of course. So I'm going to have you take it away and share your first angel story.
Okay, thank you. So my spiritual journey started since I was really young. But around like 2020, I started receiving messages from angels. Basically, it started when we were expecting my son, Noah. It was really beautiful. I started like seeing numbers and feathers, and I didn't know what it was. I was really confused. And then I talked to different people, and they say, "Oh, those are angel messages." And I thought it was it really impacted my life because it was a really difficult year for everybody. COVID hit it. And also we were expecting our son through surrogacy, and that journey was like a roller coaster of emotions. But just hearing from them, it gave me like a sense of hope. So during this journey was like extremely difficult because in general, infertility is like really painful. And for me, especially, I have a chronic illness. I have cystic fibrosis. And that was one of the reasons my husband and I, we decided not to go through pregnancy because the high risk. And we look into adoption, like different things that we could do to really become parents. And surrogacy was one of the options that we thought, oh, maybe this could work for us. And we look into like different options to do it. But in the end, like we started looking for surrogates, and we came up like we talked to multiple women, really good people, and like we started the journey with one of them. Her name was Karen. She was spectacular. She was super sweet, like really good soul. Like I was super excited about that, and I was like, "This is it." But then, for different circumstances, it didn't work, and I felt so devastated. I was like super excited, like we were building a relationship already, and so I started praying. And I said, "God, if this is really for us, like you know the desires of my heart, please help us." And that night, like when I was praying, like, and I was really devastated, I had a beautiful dream, the most beautiful dream I have ever had. I dreamed with my son, and I didn't know if it was to be a boy or a girl. I didn't know anything. But in this dream, I was with my husband. We were doing errands. And then all of a sudden he say, "Oh, baby, can you hold the baby?" And I say, "Okay, yeah." So I hold the baby, I lift him up, and I look at his face, and he was like a really rounded face. Like it's almost my husband is Chinese and I'm Colombian, but when I saw the baby, I knew it was us. It was like a mix of our faces, like, and his eyes, everything. I was like, this is my son. And so I woke up and I was like super excited. And I was like, oh, this is our son is like gonna come to us. It's gonna meant to be. And I told my husband, we are gonna have a son. And he was like, what are you saying? He didn't believe me. And so what happened is like later we realized, so we had 5 embryos that we were hoping to be genetically healthy. Mm-hmm. And what happened is like just one of them was good to put in, like, and not end up in a miscarriage, right? So it was like biological, like genetically approved by doctors. Sure. So we realized there were 4 girls and just 1 boy, and the boy was the healthy embryo.
Wow.
And I was like, I told my husband, can you see? It's a boy. Like, this is crazy. So what happened is like my mom and I, we were talking about like possibly names, because I usually like, I'm a dreamer. So I told my mom, like, no, let's just like think about names. Maybe this is going to happen. I know it's too soon, but just I'm like visioning that in my mind is like almost like, oh, this is actually going to happen. So my mom was like really good, like nice about it. He was like, yeah, let's look for names. And I say, let's look for boys' names. And so she started looking in a list, and I say, oh, okay, let's look for a name that it actually can be pronounced in Spanish and English similar. Yeah. So like there is no confusions. And because all my family is Colombian, they don't speak English. So like, okay, so this name is going to be like, like a good name to pronounce. So she say Noah, and that resonates so much with me, because a couple of years earlier, I met a guy named Noah at work, and like a message came to my mind saying, your son's name. And I was like, what? Who say that? Like who say? It's so weird. And then when all the embryo and the dream, and I was like, Noah, like that's the name. That's the name. And my husband is a doubtful one. He was like, no, like Noah, like I fight with a guy named Noah a long time ago. Like the kid name or so. No, I was like, I'm sorry, that's the name. And I'm sure, like, I think God already told me that, like, that's his name. So yeah, my son is like, his name is Noah. He was like, the entire pregnancy was super healthy, and everything was really good. And we had when he was in the crib one night, we have a visitor that, like, I saw a head, like a gray hair, like I was seeing from the monitor from above. So I saw someone in the room, and in the middle of the night, and I was like, I got scared. So I went to his room. Nobody was there. And then I fall asleep, and I say, oh God, who was like here, like visiting Noah? And I thought he was like my grandma, like something related to me, but it was, he say, like in the dream, I was like, oh yeah, it was Eric's grandma, like came to visit him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's general what I wanted to share with you. But yeah, everything happened because of my son. And I think God, and like my general message that I wanted to bring today is that moms out there, that they still is like wanting to become moms, and it's impossible for them, or like their journeys have been really painful like us. I just want them to tell them that don't lose hope. Hope is the last thing we have, and the best thing we have. And yeah, prayers also super powerful. Like they are the best tools we have too. So I encourage moms out there that they don't lose hope.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's such a beautiful message. And I hope all the moms that are listening, future moms who want to be moms, like you just said, who have struggled with this journey, really take this as a sign, as their sign today that their angels know the trouble or the challenge that they've encountered, and we just want all of those future moms to know right here, right now, that your angels are surrounding you, your spirit teams are surrounding you, and they're really helping you and guiding you on this journey. So tune into the messages that they have for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Friends, what if there was nothing stopping you from becoming abundant to the max in all things? Finances, time, nothing was holding you back from becoming your healthiest, happiest, most financially abundant self yet. Friends, thanks to our annual and monthly angel members, we've been able to grant over $100,000 in partial scholarships so that souls who want access to life-changing teachings in the angel membership have that opportunity. And we have more partial scholarships to give. Don't let your egoic mind tell you that you're not worthy, because the angels and I are here telling you, you are worthy. This is your year. But I can't help you get where you're going if I'm not working with you in one of my programs. Become an angel member now. Go to theangelmedium.com, then the angel membership tab to sign up. If you need a scholarship, let us help you. Scroll to the bottom of the angel membership page and click the link for partial scholarship options. Links are in the show notes. And thank you. Thank you for coming together as a community. Thank you for contributing what you can each month. And thank you for helping us reach hundreds of deserving souls with life-changing teachings in the angel membership this year. This is going to be your best year yet. Mariana, I have a question for you. So when you were at work and you heard, like, that's your son's name, Noah, did you hear it in your own internal dialogue, kind of the way you hear your own thoughts, or did you hear it in a different voice?
No, it was like my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Because it's so interesting. Like, you couldn't make that up, right? Like, you couldn't have known that. It wasn't a part of your consciousness. It's just something that flowed in. And that's how spirit and our angels and our loved ones on the other side, that really is how they talk to us.
Yeah. Yeah. It's super beautiful. And more because we weren't really trying, or like we weren't really like in this journey yet. And just hearing that, I was like, okay, thank you.
Well, and I have to ask too, does your son have the same like face that you dreamt of in the dream?
That's the craziest thing. When I said that in the dream, he was like around 6 months or so. And now when I see the pictures, I was like, it like gives me chills just thinking about it, because it's crazy that I saw the exact same face. You know, I could never imagine like the actual human being there. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. And I later like I dream also with him, but he was like around 30.
Yeah.
Like the older version of him.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
and he
amazing.
was still, yeah, he wasn't, we were, I think she was pregnant already, but we weren't, yeah. So I had, yeah, and he was with his wife and his kids. And yeah, just, I think like every time I was like sad or was losing hope, God will like send me messages to really bring me back to keep dreaming and to keep hoping.
Yeah.
So it was like just I think his messages to tell me like, I'm here with you, like I'm holding your hand. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't be anxious.
Well, and just so you know, that's one of the things that the angels say is our greatest tool to use to combat our egoic mind is to envision the future that we really want to have. And as you were telling your story, I could just so feel into the energy that like you knew it was right. You knew this was all coming through. As I'm saying that, though, the angels are saying there are some women out there who had the same feeling, but then maybe lost a baby or it didn't work out the exact way that they wanted it to. What the angels want everybody to know is exactly what you said at the beginning, Mariana, that it's hope, right? So when you keep seeing that future picture, I know that there's a lot of people within spirituality who talk about, not spending too much time in the future, but the future is hope for a lot of us.
Yeah.
And when we can envision the future that we want, no matter the challenges that we faced or the challenge that we're in this moment right now, it really creates this momentum energy that can propel us into that future. And sometimes what the angels show me when I'm in a session with someone is when they're able to do that future visioning and see what it is that they want and really feel it, right? Like feel that it has already come into your life, whether it's a job or a partner or a friend or just spiritual information, intuition. When you sit in this energy, visioning into the future, and you really say, it's already happened. It's here. I feel it. It's mine. I'm in the energy of the future as if it's already happened. It's almost like there's these threads of energy in front of us that pull us in that direction. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
So I remember, the way we met in the introductory meeting about your courses, you told me that there was a maternally figure that was with us.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned that if I was like planning to have another baby, and I wanted to ask you more a little bit about that. Like,
Totally.
I shared with you that I had a dream.
Yeah.
That they told me like, you're gonna be a mom again. It's gonna be a girl, and they gave me also a name. So I feel like all the messages that are given to me are through dreams.
Yeah.
So in general, like how you can become better at interpreting dreams.
Yeah. I think that there's a saying that like it's part art, it's part science. And I think that relates to this a little bit as well because of divine timing. So you heard that statement about your son. Let's go back to that story at work. His name is Noah. Your son's name is Noah. And you couldn't have felt the alignment of that, the like, yes, that's it, until you got to that divine point in your life when it was time for you to know, oh my goodness, my son's name is Noah. This is it. This is him.
Okay.
So when you got to that point in your life, it clicked. You felt an alignment. You felt a flow. You felt it was true. The same happens with all dreams, all intuitive information that comes in. And I think a lot of people will see things, hear things, and say, okay, well, I have to do that right now. You weren't ready to have Noah like way back then, right? So we have to wait until it's the divine right time. So part of dreams is holding on to the information that is given to you until it's the right moment for your life to be used. And then part of it is really almost like sharpening your gift with intuition and spending time with the dream. So, what your angels just whispered to you, and your grandma's coming in on this as well, is have you ever had a dream and you wake up remembering a little piece of it? But then as you really sit and marinate on it or think about it, you're almost meditating at that point on the dream.
Mm-hmm.
You start to remember more pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. So what some people do is have the dream, wake up, remember that little piece, and then go about the rest of their day. And the way to really sharpen your gift, sharpen your intuition, is to spend that extra 10 minutes in the morning with the dream. So really sit down in meditation, get into a oneness energy, and really just try and remember all of the different pieces of the dream. What I teach my students in the Angel Reiki school is that when there is a message to be delivered, there is energy, right? And when there is no energy, there's no more message. So what you do with the dream is you really sit in meditation and you bring through as much detail as you can remember. Now, you're not fabricating it. You're not making it up. You're just spending time with the piece that you remembered. And as you spend time and marinate on it, meditate with it, more and more of the dream comes to you. Write it down, right? Write the pieces that you remember down. And as you kind of keep a dream journal like this, you'll go back and you'll see pieces almost kind of like a puzzle. Like, this kind of fits together. I didn't even realize, kind of like with your last story. And you see this a lot with all different angel stories. There's puzzle pieces that all fit together. And so really delivering messages and your intuition and sharpening your intuition is patience, along with sitting with the energy of it, writing it down so that you can see from a big overarching aerial view how all the pieces fit together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm really excited for you though, because that was coming in earlier as you were talking. So you just have one son, you don't have a daughter yet?
No.
Yeah. She's on her way. Yeah. I don't feel like it's going to be that long.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's interesting because you can see things from the other side in percentages. Like I can see if something, let's say, is 100%, or if something's like 98%, 2%, or 60-40. She's ready. She's like on the other side. She's ready. I feel like it won't be longer than 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so special because my husband is the one that, like, usually I'm more like, oh, I want more kids. Like, but my husband is, and my son is like, he's wild. And I told my husband, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for the second one. And he said, oh, but he cannot want the second one. And I'm like, hesitate. But yeah, like yesterday I was watching a show and I saw a little girl and I was like, oh my God, I would love to have another baby. And so it's like back and forth. Like maternity is generally like difficult sometimes. So it's like, oh, am I ready?
Yeah. It's interesting because your grandma keeps showing me one more thing, and I think this is for you to keep in your back pocket. I want you to keep that dream journal though too, also for yourself, to be able to write your story later on when you're ready for it, because I see your story getting published in some way, or are you publishing your story?
Another, like, I have an angel reading a long time ago, and somebody else told me that the same. Like, she say, I don't know, she say, I don't know if it's through a book, I don't know if it's through a blog, I don't know, but you may know. And I'm like, the thing is, like, I don't like as much writing, like, to write.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when I write, like, I was writing yesterday what I wanted to share with you.
Oh.
And just in 5 seconds, like, look at what I did.
Oh my goodness, it's filled. If anybody's watching over on YouTube, it's a paper, like front and back, just filled. And she says she doesn't like to write. That's a lot of writing.
Yeah. So it's just like, I just write, and then they just, like, the words come to me. Like, I think it's not me, right? It's just like maybe the angels or God putting the words in my paper.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for being here today. Please keep in contact with us and let us know when the second baby comes in. We'd love to share that with all of our listeners. And Mariana, would you mind us just kind of saying a little prayer together for women who want to be moms one day in the future?
Yes, I love that.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So I just want everybody to, if they're able, close their eyes. And I want you to imagine above your head, your crown chakra widening to like the size of the bottom of a Coke can. And this beautiful unconditional love, this oneness energy starts to descend into your being. And you just immediately feel filled head to toe with God's unconditional love. You feel it overflow into your auric field, your chakras. And you're just able to send this unconditional love that's flowing in through you from God out to all the women on earth who want to be mothers, but either have fear or challenges that they're encountering right now. And if you're a mom who wants to, or a woman who wants to be a mom, I want you to feel the presence of Mother Mary surrounding you. And I want you to feel the presence of angels who know exactly how to help you, particularly your guardian angel, your loved ones on your spirit team. Feel the presence of all of them surrounding you right now. And what your angels and loved ones ask you to do is spend a moment envisioning your future, seeing yourself having a child or children in front of you. And you guys are all excited and happy as a family unit. See your kids as 5, 6, 7-ish. See yourself doing something fun, swimming at the pool, going on vacation. Maybe you're at Disney. And just everybody's got huge, huge smiles on their faces. I want you to feel that energy of love. Feel it as if it's yours right here, right now, today. And your angels make you this promise that they will not leave your side, that they will help you every step of the way. And they ask you to talk to them more, communicate with them more. Give your anxieties, your heavy energy over to them more. And we just pray to God to surround all people with the love, support, strength, angels that they need. And this we pray, amen. Thank you, Mariana.
Thank you, Julie.
Of course. I hope you have a blessed, blessed day.
You too.
And anybody who's listening, we are always looking for angel stories. If you have an angel story that you'd like to share, sometimes it takes us a little bit to get back to you because we do get a lot of them, but we're always looking for new angel stories. So please go over to theangelmedium.com and submit your angel story today. Thanks, everybody. Beautiful soul, thank you so much for joining me today. My name's Julie. You know I'm all about connecting you with messages from your angels and loved ones on the other side. If you've been listening today and you're super excited and just have to know which angels are around you right now, who's connecting with you, and what messages they have for you, go to theangelmedium.com. Register for a session. You can do a reading with me or a member of my team, and we can help you in making sure that your angels are doing the very best they can to support you and guide you to your best life. If this sounds like you, virtual sessions, they're only offered on my website. Sign up today. And if you're the person who's really excited, you can sign up for my Angel Reiki School to become a certified angel messenger. That's for the healers among us who feel called to grow their intuition to the max and serve humanity with their gifts. You'll learn Reiki, mediumship, how to deliver angel messages, and how to get clients. That's the Angel Reiki School at theangelmedium.com or DM me on Instagram at Angel Podcast with any questions. Before you go, connect with your angels by placing your hands on your heart. Take a deep breath. Imagine a doorway filled with God's unconditional love is right in front of you. Step into that love and feel it as it fills your body, chakras, and auric field. Now ask your angels, what would you have me know today? And open yourself to the positive, loving messages they have just for you.